Well, hello YouTubers, hello Facebook people, hello Twitter people, and hello LinkedIn people. This is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well, I wanted to say thank you to all of you who came out and watched my recent video on the baptism. We had the best time. It was very spiritual, very uplifting. And I'm so glad you guys captured the spirit of that day with me as well. Anyways, it's time for another Messages from the Spirit World. So I've been throwing the letters here in my magic hat, and we're going to see what the spirit world has. But before we get into that, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. I hear my spirit guide Fletcher back here. He says hi. Okay, going in our hat tonight, our first letter is from Fatima Obeid. She says, do you still remember it? Hi, Fatima. I haven't forgotten. How can I forget you? You're precious. Anyways, I just want to tell you, yes, here. Fatima asked if I could teach about blue moon rituals. And actually, tonight is Friday. It's the night of the blue moon. Unfortunately, I've been doing readings all day. But I'm thinking probably a little later in the weekend, I will get a blue moon video out to you guys. But tonight's the moon, so go out and see it. Now, real quickly, the full moon, or excuse me, the blue moon is when we have 2 full moons in a month. Doesn't happen often, but it is happening tonight. So go out, check the skies, and draw in that solar power. But I'll have more about that in the coming days. Thanks so much for writing. All right, going in our hat here, we've got, let's see here, Maria Cello Baradineta Smith. Excuse me if I'm slaughtering that name. And you ask about work in the future. Are you going to go back to work? Yeah, you have some children. You don't know if you should work. Yeah, I do see work, but I don't see it till the end of 2013. And it's interesting. I see next year you going to work with children. It looks like it's a school. It could be a smaller school, like a private school. But I do see you working with children. Interesting. I think you're very gifted in that area. And then I see you later on going back to school. It looks like you'll end up pursuing something in the medical field, like nursing or some type of lab technician work. But I see you also doing schooling a little later in the end of 2013, okay? So, yeah, you'll go back. But right now, you're going to stay home for a little while, okay? Thanks for writing. All right, going in our hat here, our next letter is from Kelly Brunson. And she asks about her aunt. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, you know what? First of all, I want you to know your aunt is over in the light. You don't have to be afraid. She's not suffering, and she made it over safely. And, you know, she comes around. She's very proud of you. And I feel like right at the time of her crossing, she was trying to communicate to you just basically that she loves you and she's okay. She kind of was asking permission to go over. I felt like she kind of held on because there were a lot of people going, oh, you can't die. But she's like, is it okay if I go now? And she did cross over successfully, okay? And I do pick her up around you. It's funny, she's always around and she brings a lot of blessings, okay? Thanks for writing. Okay. Now, let's see here. Missy Rachel writes. That's about relationships here. Okay, Missy. Well, you know, I got to tell you, I'm not getting anything till early next year. But in January, Fletcher said, yes, January 2013, looks like you're going to make a connection here. I see you meeting a young man. He's about your age. And it looks like it's at a competition, some sort of contest. Could be like a dance competition or some sort of concert thing. There's a lot of music here, a lot of people milling about. And it's interesting. I see a guy, he's a little stocky built, kind of shorter. The thing that stands out is he has hair that's long. Kind of reminds me of Michael Jackson. Really sharp-looking guy, dark hair. But you meet him, it'll be January. It looks like it's a dance sort of recital competition. Okay, thanks for writing. All right, going back in our hat here, Candice Newman. Candice writes about all the spiritual things going on around her and what they're trying to tell her. Yeah, you know, Candice, you have around you, well, one of your spirit people is the Count of Saint Germain, and he's around you now, and he's helping raise your vibration. I see you in the next year being involved in a lot of ascension work. And I feel like the Earth is going through a big transition. And as we get to the end of 2012 and go into 2013, a lot of people are going to be starting to open psychically and spiritually. And I feel Count Saint Germain is around you to help you in order that you'll be able to help facilitate people around you who don't understand the spiritual world. So you're being kind of trained and prepared to help others achieve ascension. Okay? Good luck. Let me know how it goes. All right, going in our hat here, we've got Liz Griffin. And Liz wants to know about a past life with her best friend, if they were ever together. Yeah, well, I do see a past life between you. And it's interesting, I keep wanting to put this around the Edwardian years, early 1900s, right after Queen Victoria. And you guys lived together. Now, you're both female in that life. And you were like best friends. And you were both actually from very rich families and used to travel around the world. And they show me that you guys became really close because you went on a ship and you went from England down to, through Africa, through Asia. You literally covered the globe. And that was what bonded you. And I feel like you're back in this life in order to continue adventures. And it's funny, it won't be now, but in about 2, maybe 3 years, I get you guys going on a trip, and it's like overseas, okay? So you'll kind of recreate some of that. Thanks for writing. All right, going in our hat here, Cameron Guerra writes, wants to know about a relationship that they think is starting. Yeah, you know what, I do. I like the energy around that person that you ask about. And I'm going to say go for it. I do feel that's in harmony with your spiritual chart. And I see this person really liking you too, but they're a little shy. So you're going to take it slow. But I have a very good vibration on this. All right? Thanks for writing. Okay. Going in our hat here, we've got Michael Chipper writes. And wants to know about the Ouija board. Yeah, wants to know how to use it alone. Do you have to use it alone? He said he's had some trouble using the Ouija board. Yeah. Well, Michael, the important thing is when you work with the Ouija board, yes, first of all, you can do it alone. And I know some people say, well, I can't get it to work. What that's about is you have to work first on raising your power. That means your internal energy, your internal vibration. And that's done through meditation. So if you want to be successful with Ouija, you want to raise your energy, okay? Now, why it works easier with groups is there's more power present for the spirits to manifest and draw the movement in. So it is easier technically with a group, but you don't have to have a group. But if you do it alone, you have to be very focused and know how to raise that energy. So with meditation, you can start to facilitate that, okay? But anyways, good luck with that. Also ask for help. Sometimes we sit there and struggle with, well, why don't we ask for help? I forget it too. So ask your angels, ask your guides. I keep getting the name, it's a J name around, just like Jason or James. That's a spirit guide. James, Fletcher said James. Okay, there's a man named James around you in spirit. He was actually a soldier during World War II. He's a British soldier, but he's around you named James. So ask James. He said, okay, James, I'm going to open the Ouija board. Help me. He will. Okay. Now, I don't know if you know, but I also have a book out called Ouija Mysteries, and that talks about my adventures with the Ouija board and gives some advice on using it. So you might want to pick up a copy of Ouija Mysteries. Thanks for writing. Okay. Next letter is from Caroline Ha. And Caroline writes about aliens and says there have been some sightings and wants to know if that's what's going on there. Yeah. Well, listen, Carol, I'm going to tell you, first of all, yes, the aliens are visiting the Earth. And they're not here to kill us or take over. If they wanted to do that, they would have done it already. But they are here to monitor us. And I'm telling you, now you guys know I've been saying it for the last 5 years. Watch as we get to the end of this year. We are going to be seeing escalating visions, The aliens are going to literally walk out in the open. And according to your letter here, that people you know have seen them literally walking in the street. Well, we're going to start seeing more of that. And we're going to start seeing more crafts fly. And they're going to fly very low. It's going to be like, you know, nobody's going to be able to deny there's something going on. You know, we're not talking about little blips far in the sky you can hardly see. We're talking full-scale sightings. Don't be afraid. This is just part of the transition energy as we go to ascension, okay? So anyways, keep watching the skies, Carolyn, and all of you keep watching. And if you get UFOs, send me a video response. I'd love to have it. All right, going back in our hat here, we've got Jocelyn. And Jocelyn writes from Twitter. Yay, a Twitter person. Thank you for writing. I love when people write from all these different places I am. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. So anyways, I'm glad I'm reaching people at Twitter. Yeah. Well, I got to answer your question about your boyfriend coming back. I do see him returning. Looks like it's going to be around the end of September here. But I got to be honest with you. I don't feel he's ready to be in a relationship. I think he has some growing up to do and some healing emotionally. And I would ask you to be very careful before you go back, because I think there needs to be some work there. He needs some counseling. And it might be good for you to, you know, get some healing counseling so that you can make stronger decisions and commitments to say, you know what, no, this behavior is not acceptable, okay? So I do see him coming back. I don't think he's gone, but it's up to you whether you want to take him. And I'm going to say he needs a little more help and more maturity, okay? Thanks for writing. All right, going into our hat here, we've got, just hold on, right there. Here it is. Okay, Bianca Fox. And Bianca writes and wants to know about some career transitions here. Yeah. Well, you know, you ask about Paris here. And yes, I do feel Paris is a good place for you to go right now. I keep getting modeling work and possibly TV work there. But I don't see you staying there. I'm seeing you go on also to London as well. And I would like you to consider that and put that in your plans. They keep talking about January here, January of 2013. This looks like when you start to really get things going. So I have to be honest, it's not going to happen overnight. But I feel if you start, you know, in the fall here, making the move towards Paris, it picks up and that momentum carries through. Really around January, you're seeing your career really taking you places. So it's going to be a little while, but you're on the path, okay? Thanks for writing. Well, my goodness, guys, that's all I'm going to get to today. But thank you for being here. It's always wonderful to hear from all of you. Keep writing. Keep sending me letters. You like this? Thumbs up for me. Put comments in the box below. And, of course, you know, next week we will have another Messages from the Spirit World.